Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. In this video, we'll be discussing Grodan. It's a very popular product in the hydroponic field, and I think we've all been using it wrong. Rockwool is sold in a variety of shapes and sizes, most commonly in sheets of small cubes. People typically buy a cube size that will fit their net cup. I've come to realize though that we actually only need a tiny piece of Grodan to grow our plants. We can just as easily use a small fraction of a Rockwool cube and drastically reduce our cost per plant. To start seeds with Grodan, we simply need to get it wet and put our seed on top. Here I've started with a 1.5-inch Grodan cube and cut it in half over and over again, creating progressively smaller pieces of Rockwool. I'll be attempting to show that we can start seeds and grow plants with even small pieces of Rockwool and that a full cube is unnecessary. In just a few days, almost all of my lettuce seeds had sprouted. We can see that even the smallest piece of Grodan has a young plant beginning to grow. With access to light, water, and nutrients, all of those lettuce plants grew to maturity. The amount of Rockwool used seems to have had no effect on the overall growth of the plant. When moving a plant into a net cup, the Rockwool cube can help to prevent light leaks. You might only need a few small pebbles on top to prevent leaks entirely. Without as much Rockwool in the mix, we'll need extra clay pebbles to fill our net cup and prevent those light leaks. The good news here is that these clay pebbles are entirely reusable. I try to be extra careful during this process, making sure that the clay pebbles don't crush my plant or the young root system. We also need to be extra cognizant of where our roots are inside of the net cup. We'll want to properly adjust our water levels as we won't have Rockwool wicking moisture up to the plant. In my opinion, the absolute easiest way to start seeds is to take an ice cube tray with small holes drilled in the bottom of it. You can then plug each of these holes with a small piece of Rockwool. If we set our ice cube tray with access to water, the small pieces of Grodan will wick moisture up to our seeds. From there, we can wait until we have a bunch of healthy young seedlings. Those small pieces of Rockwool will wick up all the moisture that is necessary for your seeds to get started growing. This process and the results you have are very similar no matter what size piece of Rockwool you use, be it a small little piece or a full cube. Using this method, I've been able to get excellent root structures growing on my young seedlings, and a single sheet of Grodan cubes has lasted me like 3 years. I've been able to successfully grow tomatoes, peppers, and cannabis plants using these smaller pieces of Rockwool and never had any trouble. I really hope that this tip helps you become more sustainable and save a bit of money. Thanks a lot for watching, and happy harvesting!